Hi guys, in this video we'll go over buff configuration. I have the bot paused here, so I'll enter configuration. And in the buffs tab you will find 3 buff slots. These correspond to the 1, 2 and 3 slots on your second keybar in game. But before we get into buffs and configuring them, we need to enable enter chat. It will remind you right down here that you need to do this, otherwise the buffs will not work. So we'll go into game options, shortcuts, and we have to make sure that enter chat is checked. I will close this. Okay, so now that we have the game configured, let's go back to the bot. So let's say I want to use these 4 buffs: detect insect weakness, Warcry, Trill Fight, and Battle Roar. As you can see, Battle Roar and detect insect weakness both have 10 minutes cooldowns, and Warcry and Trill Fight have much shorter cooldowns. So since I only have 3 buff slots, which is more than enough, I need to use macros. So I will create 2 macros, one for buff 1 with use skill detect insect weakness and use skill Battle Roar. Now I will create a second macro with buff 2, use skill Warcry, and use skill Trill Fight. Now I will place my buffs 1 on the first position, my buffs 2 on the second position. Now these both buffs have 10 minutes cooldowns, so we'll go into the bot configuration, enable buffs 1. Cast time should be added for both the buffs, so that should be around 2 seconds. Add in server lag, so about 3 seconds for cast time, and 10 minutes recast time. Now remember that this is in milliseconds, so open your calculator, 10 minutes, 60 seconds, 1000 milliseconds, and then for buff slot 2, again 2 buffs, so 2 seconds cast time with some server lag, and these have 5-minute rebuff timers, so that will be 30,000, rather 300,000. Okay, so let's go back into the bot configuration, load the configuration, load the core maps from the previous session, close all these windows and unpause the bot. Right now the bot is going to buff itself, as you can see in the changelog. Buff group 1, buff group 2, and there we go. That's it for buffs. Buffs will of course be recast when the rebuff timer is up. So whatever you configure it to, it will be recast. Just be careful, because the cooldowns are not checked by the bot. If they are ready or not, they will be cast at the configured time. Alright guys, I hope this works for you. See you next time.